right, guys, you are most welcome here today. And my name is Chinyere, and you are on Chi Space. Today, we have a special guest, and definitely what brought about this content today is the message I've got in my inbox. Someone wrote me asking me, is it okay if he should come to England, UK precisely, on a visitor's visa, which is 6 months visa? Yes, that's what they give to visitors. And he was like, if he arrives UK after the expiration of his visa, that his plan is to run away. What does that imply? Start staying in the UK illegal, you know. So last week I had an experience in this house that was similar to something that people who are living illegally or illegal in a country could be experiencing. So I thought of making a video about that. I was like, it's gonna be wise if I should invite someone who has actually experienced living or entering a country through the other means. Let me not name it, That is why I brought to you today a special guest, and you all know this person. Can we meet you, please?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. My name is Emmanuel, and my channel name is Cost Reps Corner. The host is my elder sister. Don't mind, she's just picking English. She's my elder sister. And she told me about the topic, and I told her it will be a good thing for us to hear from the resource. Most of the things you will hear, people might not tell you, but I'm here to do my best in bringing it out so that you have it in mind, so that before you plan, you arrange yourself. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach Rep. So, guys, Coach Rep is also a YouTuber, Coach Rep's Corner. Check him out, subscribe to his channel, turn the notification bell on, and keep going to his channel for more videos. He's a lively person. Okay, so Coach Rep, today, thank you for coming around. And I would like to start by asking you, I believe everyone would want to know, as in, you have shared your story on your channel. That is why I have the courage to bring you on here, because not everybody likes talking about this, especially when they enter into a country through the backyard means. Sorry, in quotes, I don't want to use the word illegal,
Yeah.
But can you really tell us, as in leaving Nigeria, did you really arrive officially or, through the backyard,
I would say, it's something I don't like talking about because it makes me feel emotional. But I will say it because my sister told me to come and say it again. So I have to say it. I came in to Europe by land and by sea. The story I have shared in my channel, if you want to go and hear, you can go there and hear the full story. But I did not come in illegally, in quotes. I came in illegally. I could remember then when I was about entering the university in Nigeria then, my HOD welcomed us, and my HOD said, we know that some of you have come in through the front door, the back door, the window, or through transit. He said, now you have come. Try to make the useful time you have come to stay in the university. That was my very first advice given to me by my HOD that time. So I came in through the illegal means, but in as much as I've come into illegal means, I have to help myself in doing things right. So to answer the host, I came in through the wrong or the backyard door. Let's use that.
Okay, so now, sorry about this. Sorry, I'm just making you refresh about this ugly experience or something you have shared. When you shared the story, we are literally crying on camera, So, can you just let us know your experience arriving in Europe, where you are? I mean, those years when you arrived. I don't know, how long was that? How many years ago?
I arrived 2015, I think July or so, 2015, if I'm not mistaken. But I left Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, in March. So I did not get to Europe until that July. June. Yes, June. So March, April, May, June, 3 to 4 months on the road.
Yes. Jesus Christ. So which of the countries in Europe did you arrive first before you get to your current place? You are in Spain, I suppose.
Yes. It was Italy. Yes, from Libya you get to Italy. From Morocco you get to Spain. So I came in through Libya. It is normal for us to come to the Blue Sea, which is Italy. Yes.
Okay. So having arrived in Spain, did you have any challenges, accessing the social services? I mean, something that others, just like having an accommodation, electricity and all what have you, did you have any challenges enjoying these facilities?
Yes, if you come in through the illegal means, you submit yourself to the government like we did then when we came in. The government takes charge of you. You have to give in your statement why you came or what brought you here or what you are running from or what you intend to come and do. When you take your statement, the government take it to a facility which they normally call camp, CAMP. We call it camp in Italy, and they put you there. In that particular camp, that is where you'll be living. You'll be doing anything you need to do. You'll be doing it there
How
because they
conducive?
have to
How conducive is the life in the camp, please?
the life is not conducive, but like somebody will say, half bread is better than chinchi. If you give me half bread and give me chinchi, I prefer to take the half bread. Most of us we are thanking God because at a point, not all of us that left Libya entered Italy. At that particular point, we did not think of what we were passing through. We were thinking of those persons who we had lost, who had sunk, who had gone down, who we could see going down. These are things we are reminiscing. Oh, English will not kill me. These are things we were thinking about at that point in time. We didn't think about what we were passing through or what our life was in camp. It wasn't at that point in time. At that point, we were still trying to come out from that shock that we made it to Italy. Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's quite pathetic, to be frank.
Yes.
So how long did it take you to finally have an official stay in Spain?
It is quite easy because you have to stay the process. Okay, let me just say, if you are able to meet up with the process, you will be given an official stay. But it doesn't mean that everybody who came in are given official stay. Some persons are lucky. In about a year, they get. Some persons are not lucky. In 4 years, they will not get. So it depends on each person. So it is a general thing, not for one person. So
can I also ask this question? Have you ever met someone who is not an asylum seeker and doesn't have a paper staying in Europe?
Most of these people who are not asylum seeker, who don't have papers but staying in Europe, most of them may have gotten before, maybe had issues with it, and it's taken away from them because as you are in diaspora, you can testify. No matter how you think you have it, if you do anything, it is taken away from you. You can testify. Most of these people came in by flight. Most of them came by flight, and when their visa or anything is expired, to renew becomes a problem. You understand? So it varies. It's not a particular person.
It's not really easy staying in a country without papers,
Yeah,
because a lot of them suffer so much.
It's very difficult, and it's very difficult, and you don't have this at a point where you will be walking in the street or on the street, as the case may be. English will not kill me. There's this tendency of fear. I am not formally welcome, so that is just it. You cannot walk too much.
How about finding a job as an illegal, resident in a country? How about finding a job? Is it easy?
I will not say it. Like I will also say it depends. There are some persons that can tell you, come and work for me. Come and be working for me. Some persons will tell you, if you work for me for 1 year, I will make sure I fight for you to get your documents, your papers. It depends on different conditions. Some person might be lucky. You can just like a friend of mine, for example, in Italy. He just saw somebody's wallet. That was them, and the person was going, and the person did not know that the wallet fell on the floor. And he said, "Take your wallet." It fell from your pocket. And the man was surprised that a black man brought back his wallet. And he said, "Come to my house. This is my house." He pointed his house to him. "This is my house. Come to my house in the evening. Let us talk." And that was how the man adopted the young man.
Wonderful.
Today, the guy is living very fine. Like when I spoke with him, that was then last before things changed. He was okay. He was still fine in Italy. So many of us may not be lucky as him. And so if you get who takes you for a job for 1 day, and the person pays you, and the person sees you as strong, the person wants to call you next time, and the person starts calling you, but eventually there should be a way of this person liking you. And say, okay, I will help you. But like I said, in quote, not all. If you are lucky, let's say 30% over 70%, 30% are lucky. The 70 are left to their fate. Just in quotes. Let's get it.
All right. What advice do you have to like someone that asked me this question, planning to come to UK with a visitor's visa and at the expiration of it, the person plans to disappear, start living illegally? What?
Okay. Yeah. There is something they say, ignorance is not an excuse. I might not be a social science student or a political student, but I am a graduate and I like reading. In the law of this whole visiting and visa and nothing, if you visit a country and the country gives you 6 months, stay that 6 months, go back, apply again and get again 6 months.
2 years.
I believe when they see you applying again that you met the first condition and applied again, they will give you 1 year.
No, here it's 2 years. It's okay, 2 years here for second application.
So
try to make them paying for that 2 years. At the end of that 2 years, if you go back to your country and apply again, they give you 5 years.
You see what I'm saying? So try to be. There is something we Africans, let me use the word Africans, we miss. Nobody is perfect. If you don't know, you ask questions. Try to do things. I don't know how to put it. There is no way you can be in a country and not know the do's and don'ts. But eventually you have come for 6 months and you are lucky to get a job. God have mercy. Thank God. They can give you contract to apply, to reapply. If unfortunately, English will not kill. If peradventure you cannot get that renewal, that contract of work, go back to your country, apply again, and I tell you they will grant you. But if you want to follow the route I took, I hope you are prepared to start life afresh. That's the first question I will ask you. I hope you are prepared to take all the embarrassment you are going to get. That's number two question I'll ask you. Number 3 question I'll ask you. I hope you are prepared to be receiving calls from family you left home for support, even when you know you don't have anything you are doing because you don't have papers to work. Before you come, they will not tell you the truth. I'm telling you now. I don't want to know what will happen. I'm telling you now how it is.
Yeah, because it is also difficult for you to have an accommodation while staying without papers in abroad, because no landlord would want to give you their house. Yes, because they are afraid that you're going to put them into trouble. It is difficult for you to find a job. I've once met a man, he was living his bed. Why? Because he was running away from immigration. He was here illegally. He didn't want them to recognize him. So his base was like that of Osama bin Laden, and it took him 14 years for him to settle down in the UK. I met this guy 9 years ago when I came here to study. He had only traveled to our country just last year because he found an EU citizen, got married, they settled down. So it is a whole lot. Living and sustaining. In fact, one also called me that I was still in Saudi Arabia. He was telling me that I think it's better for him to go give himself up to UK government so that they can send him back to Nigeria, because he was sleeping outside in the cold. He said he was crying like a baby in his own words. He said, "Gee, I don't deserve to be suffering like this." That he has a house in Nigeria. Why would he be sleeping under the bridge and like a mad person? That is better for him to go to the government, tell them to deport him, give him the £1,000. He goes home. So it's a whole lot.
Yes, the truth is that it is like that for him because I can perceive or I can feel what he's passing through. Because it's not really easy. But the truth must be said. If you must do something you are doing, it's good you do it well.
Sure.
You know you are not in the country legally, peradventure, or for example, you are still the one that will still cause trouble. You are still the one that will still enter bus without paying, enter train without paying.
Notice me.
Yes, and you are not settled in the country. You are the one bringing out your leg. People have been here. Like a brother I met a few months ago. He has been here for over 18 years. He doesn't have the documentation, but he's living well. Because why? He had not had a case with the immigration or with the police. There are some countries that will see you. Just be doing your own. Don't constitute nuisance. Be yourself. Yes. Live with the rules of the country. Like I said, if you live in Rome, if you go to Rome, behave like the Romans.
Behave like the Romans.
in the room and you think that, yes, you are a different person. No, when you get there, you act like them. So when you get to a place you don't have documentation, it is advisable you come around, calm down, learn the rules and procedures that comes with it. Go along with social services if they have, go along with immigration if they have, and do what they say you should do. Each country has social services and immigration. So that's just it.
Yes. All right. So guys, you have all had it all from the horse's mouth, from someone who had experienced something like that in the past. So please, it is left for you to make the right decision. Do not go to in a country and become stranded, and you'll be thinking about your village, not even Lagos, not even the city in Nigeria. You'll be dreaming of your father's house in your village, how to get back to your village. All right, Cosred, I sincerely appreciate your time.
It's very pathetic, but we will move. Yes,
I sincerely appreciate your contributions to this.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.